Joining me now is Jack Barsky. He was a former undercover agent for Russia's KGB spy agency. He is also the author of Deep Undercover, My Secret Life and Tangled Alliances as a KGB Spy in America. It is always an honor and a pleasure to speak with you, Jack. I wanted to talk to you because of all that's going on, no matter what you think with the many back and forths. I wonder what you think is going through Vladimir Putin's mind.
Yeah, I can speak to that. I cannot speak to the dynamics of whatever is going on, the negotiations or whatever. But I have been a follower of Vladimir Putin ever since he became president of Russia, and I got to know him pretty well. This is an open-ended question. First of all, I think Vladimir Putin is a phenomenal narcissist. He has a huge ego. His goal in life is to exit the earth as Vladimir the Great, to have a monument built right next to Peter the Great. That is his primary goal, and in order to achieve that, he has to find a way to declare victory out of this mess that he is in, because it is a mess. You know, the war is not going well for him. It's not going well for Ukraine. It's a lose-lose for both of them now, and somehow I don't know what's in his head, but somehow he needs to get out of this, because if it keeps on going, and the United States starts delivering weapons again, you know, he's going to lose even more people, and that's weakening him. On top of it, I think we're going to put pressure on the oil prices, and so his income is the income for Russia, the money he needs to spend on whatever is going to shrink. So he's not in a good position, but he's a clever guy. So don't ever underestimate this guy.
Let me ask you, Jack, because President Trump obviously dealt with Vladimir Putin the first go around, right? The first time he was president. They had the meeting in Helsinki, many calls. President Trump is obviously the president now, and who knows how much they may or may not have been talking. But I wonder if you think that the president now, given the experience that he has, is better equipped to deal with Vladimir Putin, or does past experience not necessarily apply when it comes to Putin?
Oh God, let me tell you, we have two big egos talking with each other. Neither one wants to lose. Both of them wants to come out as clear winners, and both of them need to learn that this is a either lose-lose or win-win situation. Because if President Trump fails, he's failing very much in public, and that's not good for him, and it's not good for our country. And Putin doesn't want to fail either. So there is some chance that something will happen. But now you got the wild card of Zelensky, who has been changing his mind a lot. So I don't want to speculate any further.
Okay, fair enough. Jack Barsky, it is always incredibly interesting to talk to you. I hope you come on back here on the Hill again as all of this plays out in the upcoming days and months. Jack, be well. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.